So a friend of mine asked me to help him post a vacancy position in his company for a front desk officer. So there is this group where I posted it, and this group is just have members of less than 200. So my expectation was that I was going to get just very few people to send me their CV, because that's what I said. I described the job position and I asked people to send their CV to my contact number. And before you know it, the next 30 minutes I started getting phone calls. I started getting a lot of messages from different places. Then I now discovered that somebody took that post from that WhatsApp group and posted it on Facebook, and it just went viral. So the biggest mistake I think I did that I regret up to now is me putting my phone number in that vacancy, you know, because and the thing is that the vacancy I said, please send CV to my number, don't call. But some people were still calling. And I think we have a issue of people following simple instructions in this country. But that is the topic for another day. Now, what is it I want to say now? In that scenario, what happened was that most people send their CV well, well structured through PDF. While some people were snapping picture of their CV and sending it to me. Can you imagine? Does that look professional? No. And the worst of it is that some people were now, sounding desperate. They're saying, please, I need this job. Please help me. See, the thing is that, yes, I know you need something. Yeah, you are hungry. There's a lot of position that will put you, there's a lot of things that will put you in such a position that you are desperate for something. But you showing that you are desperate for something, it turns people off, most especially as a business owner. If you know you have something worthy that somebody is looking for, then why should you look desperate to that person? Why should you be begging, appear like a beggar? It turns people off. People will not take you, serious again. So that is one of the things I just want to discuss in this video. Two things that you should avoid as a business owner. The first one is to avoid appearing or sounding desperate whenever you are, selling to a prospective client or having a discussion. You have a product or service that this person needs. Yeah, they might not want it at that instant, or they might want it and they might not have the money to pay for it at that particular time. And you may need that money at that particular instant, but you trying to be desperate, trying to appear desperate in order to get them to give you money for your product or service is a turn off. You understand? You need to stand your ground. You are an expert. You should appear like an expert, a trusted advisor. You don't see, business moguls and experts, or you don't see a medical doctor, for example, going and begging patients to come to their hospital for them to treat them and get money. No, they have these skills, they know they have it, and people are really going to come for you. So try not to be desperate. Being desperate is a big turn off to everybody. If you are really, broke, you need money at that time, there's a way you can, package yourself and people will not notice that maybe you are trying to force it, or no, don't try to force it. Because one of the problems is that there's a lot of people that business owners that go around trying to sell their product or service to people that don't really need it, and that is very, very bad. The first thing you need to do is that you need to qualify the prospect. You understand? You need to qualify it in such a way that do they really need your product at that instant? They might have the money to pay for it, but they might not really want it. It might not really benefit them at that particular moment. So instead of you trying to, sell them so that you get the money, and at the end it will not benefit them, you are spoiling your business in the future. Because if this person doesn't see the benefits after purchasing or paying for it, they are not likely to come to you next time when they really need it. Or they might not even want to recommend their friends to you. So avoid desperation at all costs. It doesn't help. And then the second thing, which is very, very much important, very, very, very important, is that you see, there's this instance you are in conversation with a prospect, maybe someone that sells a bag, and you're trying to, you are negotiating with him or her. I say, okay, I like this bag. How much is it? Tell you, it's 50,000 naira. Okay, I'll pay 30,000 naira. The person, no, it's 45,000 naira is the last price. You say, okay, if you are not selling for that amount, I'm going. And then they will now come and say, and person will now say that, okay, I need five if you sell it for me. And now this business owner knows that that price that this customer is calling for him or her is very, very low. But what happened? They will now try to bring down their price. Why? Because they want that person to buy from them. Lowering your prices is not a business, it's not the best business strategy. Because why? No matter how low you bring down your prices, there will always be somebody out there that will sell lesser than what you are giving. So what are you doing? Right? That means you are competing for price, right? So if you lower your price and your competitor lower his or her own price, the next thing you want to do is that you want to lower the price again below that one, below his own, so that you can get more customers, right? And that is how you guys will keep lowering to the extent that you go broke. You'll now be selling your product or service below what you even get it for, right? It doesn't help. And yeah, I know some people say that, okay, they want to get the customer first, like, let them get him or her to patronize them so that in future they will now go back to them. But it doesn't happen. Because first impression matters a lot in business. So that first impression they have of you, that your prices are low, that is how they are going to be seeing you continuously. They'll be expecting every time you come up with a price for your product or service, they'll be expecting it to be below what others are selling, right? And unless you are maybe Amazon or Jumia or these big companies that can get products in a very large quantity, then you can compete with price and lower your price, and you can still get profit. But if you are just a small business owner that you are not getting that large quantity, then lowering your prices is just like you're shooting yourself on the foot. So what you want to do is that you want to show them the value, right, of what they are paying for. So if your price is 50,000 and somebody is saying 30,000, no, you start your ground. My price is 50,000. Why? You tell them, like, let them know, explain to them. If your competitors are selling less than that, why are you selling more than that price? You let them know, okay, my own product is not the same thing with them. The manufacturer is different. The add-on value is different. There are different things attached to it. So let them see the value. Because people are not going around looking for the lowest prices in the market. No, they are going around looking for the best products that will fit their budget at that time. So if their budget is not up to what you are asking for, they will go somewhere else. But if their budget is up to that, they will patronize you. So because everybody cannot buy from you, so if that person is not going to pay for what you're asking for, let them go. But let them see the value, what you are giving them. So that if they go somewhere else and they get it lower than that, they might not get the same value, right, from what you are giving. So those are the two things you should try to avoid. Avoid desperation as a business owner. Don't be desperate trying to sell people your product or service, and to avoid lowering prices at all costs. In fact, if you can, I will even advise to even increase your prices, because increasing prices usually attract quality customers, right? Not people that are just going around shopping for the lowest prices in town.